Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday night's Messages of Love from Above. And I'm super excited to see what messages are coming through from Spirit. Before we get into the messages, as always, we want to send love out to the world and just surround that love here. I'm just going to move the camera over a little bit here so you don't see my mess over there. All right. So, whether you're watching live or on replay, I invite you to join me and definitely welcome it. And I'm going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And we just let that unconditional love flow into our heart, fill us up, and flow out to the world. Just encompassing the entire planet and even the moon. We'll bring the moon in and just bring this wonderful love energy, sparking the hearts of each and every individual higher and higher and higher in vibration. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love in this moment for your mind, or for your heart, for your body, for a loved one, a situation, a relationship, whatever it may be, we send this love to you right now as well. Just take it in like a giant sponge. Take in that love, let it do what it needs to do for you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that and allowing me the space for that. And before we get into the readings, of course, I have announcements. Just, this is all for you guys, right? So, sorry, I don't like that little corner down there. You know, what are you going to do? What is this? Oh, it's paper. It's a piece of paper. There we go. Pretty now. So every Monday I have a giveaway where I'm giving away at least one personal recorded reading. On Tuesdays, I'll put out a video announcing what I'm giving away and how you can get into the drawing, etc. Here's the video from this Tuesday, which also includes a little hint that I'll be actually uh, releasing or announcing memberships tomorrow. So I'm excited because this is the first step of offering even more in-depth experience. And then there's going to be some different levels that are going to be offered too, with even more stuff to connect to spirit and to transform our lives. So I'm excited where this is headed. And so I'm not going to spoil anything, I promise. So be sure to check that out. Also, we're getting into the final days here of my Crazy Zen Summer Sale, where for the month of July, I was having 50% off of my Hedges of Peace and Love, and then also off of my personal recorded readings. So if you want to get any of those um, booked, here is the link for that. All this information is also in the description box of the video down below. And then each week I put out at least one pick a card reading. This week, so we continued on the transformation of emotion. This time they focused in on what can we transform or how can we transform our numbness, this numb feeling, this non-feeling feeling. And of course, they talk about how it's not wrong to feel any lower vibrational emotions. It's just a different experience. And when we're done feeling that, we can switch it up. So I like it. And of course, I have a ton of other pick a cards on my main page. So they're all free if you ever want to check those out. And then we have a new Take 10 with Zen that came out last week. A new one will be out tomorrow. I recorded it today. I got to edit it after we finish up here, so it'll be available. But this is the last episode, which we talked about. The last three have been about fate, about timing of things. So really interesting. If you want to check out 4, 5, and 6, it's all about fate. Of course, all these things are free, and that's what they have. So boom, boom, boom. That is what uh, I have to talk about here. I think that's all good there. Let me just take a quick screenshot here of the chat just so that I don't lose anyone here when I switch. Because sometimes, which happened last night, hadn't happened for a while, but when I popped out the chat, some of the chats disappeared, which is not nice. All right, so here we go. And let's see what we got. Yeah, see, it happened again. Goodness gracious. Well, that's all right. Since we took pictures, we are okay. I will still go by my screenshot first. Let me just get this all finished up here. And then we will go by what I had here. All right. So if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, first of all. Got a great group of people, wonderful hearts, all of you beautiful hearts, and great senses of humor too. So welcome. How the free readings work is I do go down in order, first come, first serve, down the list in the the screenshots I have first because there was like maybe 20 disappeared. So I will go to those first. And there's no special list. The chat is the list. So you just put your question there. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance. Spirit knows what you want. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that as an energy exchange. I will prioritize those, step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those. I'm being dramatic. I don't know why. And then once I'm done, I return back to the free readings and then I move down the list in order again. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, I'm on for usually a couple hours. And if you, so I try to get through as many free readings as I can. But if you want yours prioritized, just a donation of any amount works. I don't look at the dollar amount. I know everyone's finances vary from person to person, day to day, country to country, planet to planet, moon to moon, solar system to solar system. So whatever you give, I know is from your heart. So I do honor that. You can use the super chat at the bottom, and then in the pinned comment and the description box of the video, I have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. So you can use any of those. So boom, boom, boom. That's all there is. All right. So here is, let me just put the list over here so I can see it better. And so I currently don't have any donations, so we're going to jump in. And I'm going to use the True Heart Tarot to start off with. Hey, Intuitive Enlightenment, welcome, welcome. We're going to start off with those. And up to bat first, we've got Anya Ahuya. You are up. So when will you meet Jay the Virgo in person? All right. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know here. Okay. Well, I think it's going to be pretty soon here, Anya, because you've got the Eight of Wands, a lot of fast moving energy, and the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups, fast moving, emotional energy too. So I feel like the combination of these two is like, I wouldn't be surprised if, they're like, trying to arrange something as early as like this weekend or definitely in August with the eight coming up or with the Eight of Wands. But I feel like it's going to be very, very soon here coming in here. So these cards are very, very clear with that. So that is what they have for you, Anya. So easy breezy, boom, boom. All right. That's what they have for you. Dijona, you are up next here. So you want to know whatever comes out here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? right. That one and that one. I'm just gonna see how far I can move that microphone up there. Just know I'm gonna keep hitting it here. All right. Well, you've got this progression. It's standing out to me. You've got the Four of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Nope, Five of Wands. So you get the Four of Pentacles. I had it reversed. Four of Pentacles, which is the Four of Coins, and then the Five of Wands. So the progression is here with the Four of Pentacles. There's this solid feeling in the outside world. This makes me feel like home, four walls, feeling contained, not in like a imprisoned way, but just feeling safe, feeling like cocooned, like this, butterfly that's coming out here. But I feel like this Five of Wands is drawing you out of your cocoon. I feel like whatever this has been, this energy that feels, it's not combative energy. It's like, it's more excitement, more um, anticipation, more nervousness. It's not really like fear as much it is as excitement and this nervousness of something exciting that's coming. So if you feel it in the air, like you feel a change is coming, that's what it is. It's almost like when you feel fall in the air, how you just feel like there's a change in atmosphere. That's what feel is coming in for you. And it's positive, though. And I feel it's drawing you out and drawing you into this new adventure. It's like the butterfly. What draws it out of its cocoon? It's ready to fly. It's ready to do something that it normally wouldn't do. So I like that for you, Daijona. Whatever that is, here we go. But that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And Felicia, hello, hello. So, since the universe doesn't reveal any information about the company yet, uh, can you know if your destined job offer will reach out to you soon? All right, let's take a look here. Well, yes. And, there's something, of course, extra here. You got 2 nines, you got the 9 of cups, which is wish fulfillment. So, yeah, they will. But the 9 of swords here is letting your fears go. What are we focusing our energy on? Are we focusing on what we're grateful for and wishes coming true? Are we focusing on what we're fearing? Are we focusing on things being missing out of our life? Are we focusing in on what we fear will or will not come in? Are we focusing on things we hate in our lives and we feel like they're going to stick around? That can see everything that's on their mind. Poke, 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 poking at the brain, drawing it, our energy. So every moment is a choice between gratitude and wish fulfillment or nightmare and fears. So the more you focus in on this, the more fast this comes. The more we focus on here, the more it drags it and keeps it from coming in, right? So there is this message here that they will contact you soon, but how soon is all dependent upon where you're focusing your energy in each moment. And this is about the hermit's journey. So it's not what I'm pretending, it's what's really going on inside. Because we can fake it till we make it, but the faking it doesn't fake out the energy. We're still pointing, even though it's like the little kid that goes into a bakery and, the little glass countertop and there's the donuts, even though they're saying, I'm really grateful for sprinkle covered donuts, but they're pointing at licorice covered donut with black licorice filling, which I'm not a big black licorice fan. That's why I'm making the donut gross in my mind. But they're talking about another donut, but they're pointing and they keep pointing at the other donut. They're going to get a dozen of those donuts because they're pointing at them. But if I'm speaking, even if I'm speaking about gross donuts that I don't like, if my energy is pointing at something else, which is hard to do, uh, we're going to get these blessings. So focus your energy on what you do want, not what we feel is missing or we don't want. So that will make things come in faster. So that's what they have for you, Felicia. Hang in there. Hang in there. All right. So, LA, hello, hello. Let me see. I didn't see any alarms. Are you feeling okay? What's going on? Hello, and is there a future with Brett or with Evan? So let's take a look here, and we'll pull a card for each. So, top one is Brett, this one is Evan. All right, sorry, itchy, itchy, itchy. Okay. So we've got, oops, sorry, we've got Brett here. Wow, and Evan. So two threes. Look at this creativity that's coming in here. So with bachelor number one, Brett, uh, three pentacles. I like this for you because this represents like appreciating you for being the unique you. They like you being distinct and different and authentic and not trying to be who you think they want you to be. I feel like they like you being authentic and true. Where the 3 of Cups here, Evan's more of a friend zone. The 3 of Cups here, uh, 1 represents, right? He does, doesn't he? Um, Number 3 is more like this is a group of friends, or 3 of Cups is third party, where I feel like, you have a future with both. It's just, what kind of future do you want? This one, appreciative. This one, um, multiple partners, not committed, even if they say they're committed. So, I say Brett is in and Evan is friend zoned. You can be my friend, but you can't be my lover. Well, there you go. That's the kind of future that you would have with them. Boom, boom. All right. Well, there we go. So now we know. All right. So that's what you have, LA. Good to see you. Many blessings to you. All right, Rishi. Hello, hello. And you want to know what is coming to you in the future? Yay! We're all invited to the wedding. All right, sorry. So Rishi, you wanted to know what's coming to you in the future. Let's see, what does spirit want you to know right now? Some of the messages are gone, but I do have I did screenshot them all. Um and I did complete yours already, Felicia, if you just returned. Yours was like 2 ago, or right before LA, actually, because I'm on Rishi right now. YouTube is being a boob a booby, a booby tubby. All right. So Rishi, sorry, I was focusing. I like this. You have this movement that's going on here. You're moving from emotional confusion of 7 of Cups, where 8 of Cups is your it's movement, it's emotional movement. You're leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you and people that no longer serve you as well, and you're headed off to the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So I like this. This is exactly what we were talking about earlier, because here is like all of this emotions, all this different type of emotions that were just flying all over the place. But here you are in this wonderful path. 8 of Cups is a great card to get. So I like that. It's exactly what you were talking about and exactly where you're going. So just trust that where you're headed is emotional stability, emotional fulfillment, and overflowing compared to the 7 of Cups where you have come from. So I like it for you. That's what they have for you right now. All right, Keel, you are up. Anything else from your subconscious mind that you need to work on? Need is like this human judgment fear word, like need to, have to, supposed to, should. It feels pressure, it feels judgmental, right? So, one thing to look at with a question of needing and those types of things is like this, you know, Why do I feel what am I attaching to outcomes? What do I feel like, what will happen if I don't? That is something to look at first, is look at that. Um, because that is what's bouncing around is are these judgments that are down there that feel like if I don't do this, am I incomplete? Am I a bad person? What is at the root of the feeling of the drive that I have to deal with everything in the subconscious mind? Because, yeah, there is something there. We've got the Nine of Swords, the insomnia, the nightmare card, the subconscious, all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos in my there's a lot of mind stuff, a lot of fears that are there, right? But we also have the connection to the spirit world here. So there is this, beautiful drawing upward, connecting to spirit. One of the, and I like the clarity they're bringing in here is because wherever we focus our energy is what grows and expands and brings more things in, right? So if we're focusing all our time on our fears, we're actually feeding the fears and we're like, why aren't they going away? Well, because all we're doing is feeding them. The wonderful advice from spirit is if we focus 90% of our time on unconditional love, joy, gratitude, the beautiful things in life, the fears that want to be looked at will be like, yank, 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 yank on our like our shirt, how a little kid goes, hey, 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 hey. The things that come up are the things that we can review and look and release. But the more we focus on what we want to grow. And if we're only focusing on what we want to get rid of, then that's what we'll have here. So that is what's coming in. That is what's coming in for you, Kiel. So I like that awareness. So right now, focus on raising your love vibration, focusing on the higher things, and then the things that make themselves known through triggers and lower vibrational energies, then those are the ones that you can focus on momentarily to do that. But the biggest thing they wanted you to look at is what fear do you have around what if you didn't look at anything in the subconscious? What would that mean? I know. All right, so that's what they have for you, Kills. Many blessings for you. All right, Dollface Diva, you are up next. So Dollface, anything spirit wants you to know right now? Let's take a look. Shuffle these up here. All right. Uh-oh. 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 I'm just kidding. Death card. Dun dun dun. Rebirth. I like this though. Endings and new beginnings that are bringing you to this place, the Four of Wands that bring you joy. So they want you to know whatever this rebirth is, this transformation that's happening, it's for you. The Four of Wands, it brings you joy, brings you energetic stability, can bring you to a party, to a celebration, to a wedding as well. So I feel like whatever this is, something that's been holding you back from enjoying things, it's about to end and you're about to have this wonderful rebirth. So if there's been an obstacle that you feel's been standing between you, even between you and marriage, but between you and joy overall, this is about a wonderful rising from the ashes like a phoenix. Whatever this change is, it's very positive. So don't resist it. Go with the flow of the ending of whatever this thing is that is coming up, knowing that on the other side of it is joy and celebration. So I like it. That's what they have for you, Dollface Diva. So many blessings for you. And Kevin, hello, hello. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. And you'd like guidance for your love life. All right, let's take a look here. You're welcome, Dollface. Hey, Mary. Mary the Aries in the house. All right, so Kevin, guidance for love. What does Spirit want you to know about love? Anything else? All right, thank you. All right, you got some thinking. So, with the when you get like, especially a Queen of Swords that has the Ace of Swords here, and those are not flies; those are butterflies. I know it looks from a distance like, what did she need a shower or something? But they're actually butterflies. They're transformation. And we've got the Four of Swords here, which is about peace of mind, and the peace of mind comes about with the release of expectations. Both of these cards together, Kevin, really represent looking at our thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets that we have around love. You know, who do I need to be? Who do they need to be? Should be, need to be, have to be, must be. There's this block that happens, when we have so many expectations, so many around love and all the stuff that we've been fed, all these popular opinions, that it just goes, and it's like I see this very thin road of love, and I miss out on all these possibilities, these miracles, these ways that spirit can bring in love into our life, a love that we're looking for. Also, when we have a lot of fears around love, that brings down our love vibration to where we, if we fear rejection, we fear losing conditional love, we fear being hurt again and again, we fear betrayal, we fear a lot of stuff because we're taught to fear a lot of stuff around relationships, especially. But uh, we know that when we keep believing those old things, we keep bringing in the same lower vibrational experiences. We do what we always did, we get what we always got. But there's this freedom that comes as we start questioning these beliefs, we start releasing them. That Queen of Swords, she has that Ace of Swords, which allows her to not only connect to higher truths around love, but get rid of these old beliefs that don't serve you anymore, and it does free up flow. It allows you to bring your love vibration to a higher place, and then you draw on higher vibrational love, something more in alignment with your higher self. So, the guidance for love life is question: what triggers do you have around relationship? What fears do you have that you can release? When we stop trying to have so much control over it, we basically begin this trusting relationship with spirit, going, you know what I want, you know why I want it, but who, how, and when we can trust them. They'll bring the perfect who and the perfect how in the perfect when. And that's what comes in there. Oh no. Whoops. I just made the chat really, really big. Sorry. Yay! Isn't that great, LA? They must have heard the wedding invitation. All right. So Kevin, that's what we have there. So many, many blessings to you. What are those faces, LA? It looks like you're like, oh, speechless, like you're in shock. All right. I promise I didn't do any love spells. All right. Hey, Rohit, I do see your question. So I do go down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. So I know sometimes that your question doesn't appear on your side, but I do see it. So you don't have to, I've seen it. You posted it a couple times, so you don't have to post it anymore. All right. So up next, we had new love. You were up next. So, will you be in a relationship this year? In a romantic relationship, I'm sure is what you are asking. So, let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know about romantic relationships this year. Um, maybe hermit, the hermit's journey. You have the Eight of Swords. And it truly is a maybe, because what it's telling us here, new love, is that if you do your hermit's journey and you look at the 8 of Swords is you releasing your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around love in the past that have blinded you, bound you, made you feel trapped. uh, y There's a possibility of new love for new love to come in this year. But, there is this journey here of releasing a lot of these expectations because these are the things that are keeping you bound and held back from allowing this love to come in. So, the more you can focus on your self-love, then that, of course, will speed up bringing it in. So that is a possibility. It just requires you to looking into those. If you keep going at current pace, no, not by the end of this year. But if you really look at your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and you put action into those, and you release and you raise your love vibration, definitely you can. So it's a range. The range goes beyond this end of this year, but they're showing me that if we don't do the hermit's journey and do that, then it doesn't come in this year, which is great. We want the power in your hands, not anyone else's. All right, so that's what they have for you, new love. And up next, we got Cynthia Brito. Hello, Cynthia. Good to see you, Mama. So, how or will you and Eric reconcile romantically? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? Well, I see here with the Princess of Wands, the Page of Wands is new passion. So I see romance. Well, if you mean like fire, then you do have some romance that rekindles here. You have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is about you being true to your authentic self, you caring for yourself, you not trying to be someone you're not for someone else or for anyone else. It's about you being true to you and what you are needing here. You can have passion. I don't necessarily see this as commitment right away. I see this as more you being true to your authentic self, and everything that's unfolding is for you to really see what do you fear about, who are you, we'll put it this way, how are you dimming your light? How are you not being the true you? And how are you uh, afraid of rejection, afraid of losing people's support? What Where's that at? Because this is why these things come up for us, is to show us where are we dimming, where are we shrinking and not being our true selves. Because if you can't be your true self around someone, they do not deserve to have you. Boom, that's for everyone. And that's the way it is, and being true to our authentic selves. You don't have to remember the lies. You don't have to remember what you're supposed to hide and not hide as well. So um, I feel like right now it's really about focusing on you. I do see passion, but that's all they want you to see right now. They're not showing me anything else at this time. So that's what you got, Cynthia. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Think your baby's due any time now, isn't it? Or maybe it's in a couple months, probably. I keep on thinking it's earlier than it is. All right. So, Shirley Maydor, you're up next. Hello. Look, all those sweets. Now I'm hungry. Can you please tell me what good things are coming your way this week? All right. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know, Shirley. All right. All right. I like the joy, the celebration, the gathering, the balanced energy. I see here that this week there's some um, attention that's given to your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you feel kind of held back from being joyful. I don't feel like this is wedding celebration type of stuff. I feel like this is joy. I feel like you've been having trouble expressing your joy, being truly joyful, like from your core. And I feel like this week is a week for you to really you can look at this, and it's a week of great energy, of flowing and letting go of your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. The the I can be happy when, I can be joyful when, I can be blah blah when. Instead, I feel like the blessing that comes in is it brings you back to this moment. I feel like a good thing for you is that every moment is good. What? Yeah, it's good news for everyone. Every moment is good. Not only is every moment good, every moment is great. Just our mind has a hard time reconciling that because it has all those expectations, all those swords of what this moment is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, that comes in, right? And there's this freedom that comes when you realize I get to choose this moment, and I can choose to be happy for no reason whatsoever, and no one can take that from me. So I feel like this is a blessing. This is something for you that comes in here for you this week. Is this realization that I'm told a bunch of opinion about what story I'm supposed to put to a situation, but by golly, I'm a rebel. I'm gonna choose what I want, and so that's what they have for you. It's freedom that comes for you, surely, so I like it. So many blessings to you. Yeah, thank you, Starfall, for responding, to them. Yeah, we can see it, there. I just go in order, first come, first serve, so I'll eventually get down there. For anyone new coming in, if you do want your reading prioritized, a donation of any kind, I do prioritize and I step out of the free readings to complete those. Otherwise, I'm on for about 2 hours. I'm been on for about an hour and a half. So, I mean, I've been on for a half hour, so I'll be on for about another hour and a half. So I'm pretty sure I might be able to get down that far. All right. So up next, we got Alexos. Hello, hello. So you've been harassed and stalked for a while. Can you get a general reading for the next 4 weeks in regards to this situation? All right. So more harassment, more stalking. What would you like? Do not, please. Okay. Nope, none of those. Just that one. Let's see what else. Anything else? All right. This one right here. Oh, and a third one. Ooh, okay. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, you've got the 9 of Pentacles and the princess. Okay, so you got the Page of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. And you have the 4 of Cups too. This is emotional stability. So I like that. I like it coming in here. But this is like they have in this one there's a little, what is that? Is it a butterfly? Really up close. A butterfly that's on her hand there, which represents spirit. This is new opportunity. This is new independent feeling that's coming in here. So there definitely is emotional stability. For me, this says that things do get better over the next 4 weeks. Um, Something that I talk about with energies when we're feeling harassed and stalked, and I definitely understand that that can have a lot of fear attached to it, of course. And we can be drawn into feeling, um, focusing on the fears. And the amazing thing about our power is that whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. It's like we're asking for more of it to happen because like if I focus on what something I hate in my life, I'm telling spirit, I really enjoy hating this. Can you help me hate it more? Can you bring me more things to hate? And the universe is like, all right, order up. Or if we're focusing on something that we feel is missing out of our life, or like something that we don't want to be happening in our life, we're actually growing it. And so we can change our energy, and this can be an opportunity for you to even set an alarm on your phone, come back to gratitude, you know, and focus on what you are grateful for that you do have in your life, what you do want to have in your life, and focus on joy, celebration. I know it's hard to do that, but because we are trained with a habit to focus on the things we hate and the things we fear will come in and out of our lives. but to change a habit is repetition. So I go, a great habit breaker is this little thing called a cell phone where whenever I want to change something, I will put a vibrating silent alarm so I don't irritate everyone around me. That every half hour, every waking half hour, not while I'm asleep, otherwise I'll be a grouch. Every waking half hour for me to bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, because I keep on getting drawn back to my fears, and I want to get back to gratitude, get drawn out to my fears. And eventually, I don't need the reminders every half hour. I change them every hour, every 2 hours, and then I don't need it anymore because I've eventually have changed my habit of what I'm focusing on. So if that resonates, you can do that. But that's what they have here. I feel like it does change, but I feel you can make it change faster with your change of your focus of your energy. Because if you feed it, it grows. If you don't, and especially if people are harassing you and stalking you, and you're telling them, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!" That's just egging them on. If you give them any response, like I've had friends who, like, I broke up with them and they keep texting me, "Look, here's the text." And I go, why are you responding to them, number 1? I was like, "Stop responding to them." "Well, I'm afraid they're gonna come over to my house." "Well, you don't answer the door." What if they won't let me alone? Then you call the police. What if they show up at work where there's people around, right? Just ask them to leave, and if they don't, then you call the police, or you get the guy in the warehouse in the back to come out, and they're like, ask him to leave. We can empower these people who are just their actions, harassing and stalking are fear-based actions. They want love. They want, you know, attention. It's a cry for attention. If we give them attention, even bad attention, usually they got negative attention growing up, and negative attention to them means, "Oh, you like me. You want me to be around you." No, it's like feeding a stray cat. Don't feed them. They will stop coming around. And so if that helps, if that's the situation, but um, that is what spirit brings for you right now, Alexis. So hang in there. I know those are not enjoyable, but definitely full of wonderful life lessons, I know. All right, so many blessings. Hey, Jeannie. Yeah, this is, the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. If you're interested, it is a beautiful deck. I love the artistry in it. All right. So up next we have Starfall. Hello, hello. So is your training program on the treadmill going to give you good results? All right, let's take a look here. All right. I I like that you get the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands, which is 7 of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, but it comes quick. But last thing that comes on the fruit tree. So they're like yes and no. It will come in, and but have patience with it too. I feel like there's going to be like times of great fast results, and then it slows down, and then it speeds up and more fast results, and then that it kind of that's how working out happens anyway, right? Where it kind of you know levels off. You can lose weight, and then you do something different, it loses more, and then loses, but it kind of plateaus at different places. And it just says, have patience with the process, but you do get fast results, just intermittent fast results probably is a good way to say that. All right, so that is what they have for you, Starfall. So many blessings to you. Enjoy. One of the things with, I don't know why they brought stress in, but one of the huge things that impacts our bodies is, of course, stress. And when we're in stress, it actually slows things. Our body retains stuff. It feels like we're going to need it for battle. It actually will store fat. It'll make our muscles sore because it's preparing to run like crazy and fight like crazy. So it's going to do stuff. It's going to flood adrenaline and do these things. So anything you can do to not stress about it and have less stress in your life too, like maybe if you're not doing a yoga or meditation or something, bring in a stress relieving activity intermittently also between your treadmill training program, just because that helps um, do that. I know when I was really, really stressed, and when I was leaving my corporate job, um, I knew I gave like a year's notice because I was so involved in stuff. I wanted to be able to transfer stuff off and document everything. I know that's extreme, but it was great. Towards 6 months into when I was leaving, I started dumping off responsibilities, and I started just dropping weight without even like working out. And it was amazing because stress can do that. So anyway, I'm no medical doctor, by the way, just disclaimer, just experience, right? All right. So up next we have Lalima Sony. Hello, hello. And so 4 months left job to prep for exam, but still was slow. So you're having a rough emotional time considering whether to join work with prep together or still stick to prep with focus. All right. So let's take a look here. What is for your highest experience? Um, so work with prep or just not work with total focus on prep. All right. So we'll pull two cards for the energy, just to see what the outcome is for either one, because there's not a should or supposed to. Okay. So this one here is the work with prep. You have the Three of Cups, which is joy, celebration. So that's a positive thing there. And then the other of with the preparation only, it has here the judgment, not judgment, temperance, which is the going back and forth between the cups here, balancing things. And I feel like they're saying that, things would go fast, you would have enjoyment, you would have this security, you would feel joyful there. Otherwise, you'd really have to feel like have patience in balancing stuff. I feel like you might be stressed when you are not working and you're doing this, right? Almost too much time on your hands. This, oddly enough, you're more joyful with working. And it is funny. I remember when I was working 3 jobs and I was able to get everything done. And when I went down to one job, I suddenly didn't have enough time to do everything that I was able to do when I had 3 jobs. It's amazing how things work out that way, but, I feel like returning to doing some work actually helps, with that as well. Let me see here. Okay, so that's that one. I think we had one more that we had some that had fallen off. Let me just return to this one here. And you said, all your fear is that if prep is already slow, job might hamper the prep furthermore. Yeah, you'd think, but it's almost like if you have too much time, you kind of just are slow with preparation. But if you have a limited amount of time, you really have to focus and it makes you get things done. Just like I was talking about when, like I said, I had 3 jobs and it was like, I got everything done, paying bills and this and that and this and this and did and then all that. And then I dropped one of the part time jobs, one of the other part time. I just had the one full time left. And it was like, I don't have enough time for everything. But it seemed to be like the mentality that I had to get stuff done, I'd get it done. When I didn't have to, it was like slower at doing stuff. So that's what's coming in there for you there, Lalima. So consider that. All right. Hey, Julia, I am to you. So there we go. Hey, Nay 333, welcome. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Yeah, you can ask your question there. I do go down in order, first come, first serve. I step out for donations, but for free readings, I go down in order. So you can pop it down there and I'll uh, get down there. Thank you, Julia. I accept all the love. All right. So, yeah, so next week is the week. So what's this gonna be like, right? A lot of sleeping. No, SR66, I haven't gotten to yours yet. All right. So Julia. Yeah, no expectations, exactly. Just an idea, right? Let's see what they have here. Yay! So I like the patience, I like the no expectations, the tempering, here, but the 10 of cups too, joy and fulfillment and wonderfulness, so I feel like it's like you might have to wait a few days for them to readapt back to time zones or something along those lines. I just feel like the patience pays off because here's the 10 of cups, this feeling of joy and overflowingness, right? Ta-da! So, I like it. I like it. It seems to be, a well vacationed individual. I feel like they're gonna be someone, like, so much calmer and so much. I feel like you're gonna look at them and go, "Who are you?" I feel like they're gonna just having seen the world, it just feels like it, with that. So, that's very interesting. I like it. I like it. So that is what they have for you, Julia. So cheers, boom, boom. I like it. Emotional overflowing. All right. And then Michelle Lizio, you'll be my next free reading coming up, but I do have a couple donations. So I'm going to step off to complete those. Thank you, Eli, for your donation. And you want to know, will your lease be renewed in November? All right. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about this lease here. All right. Well, it looks very positive here. You're welcome, Julia. You got the 10 of Pentacles, which is external fulfillment in the outside world. And you have the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is that you're going through this um, removal of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you've had before that have blinded you, bound you, and made you feel trapped. So I like this because it's thinking that you've been going through things that you are releasing that's bringing you this feeling of solidity in the outside world. And then I like this. You've got the Magician, you've got the 10 of cups, which this is about you, your energy going forward, whatever you're focusing on grows and expands, and you have this emotional overflow here, and the page of cups, these new feelings of joy here as well. So I feel like your lease will be renewed in November, but I also get this kind of nudge to still check around because I feel like whatever you feel has been holding you back, you might find something out there. Um, you know, there might be something that even makes you feel even more like whoa, because of that magician card and all the Princess of Cups is like new. You got 2 tens and two kind of ones or beginning cards, and I almost feel like, yeah, they'll renew you, but maybe you don't wanna renew with them. Maybe you wanna look, and I know I hate moving, but, you might just check around and see what else is available there. You might find something so amazing, or um, you might even be able to tell them, "You know what? There's similar places to this that are much cheaper. You guys can't go any lower or any deals," But, I like it for you, Eli. It's very, very positive for you, though. So, that's what they have. So many blessings. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And LA, you must really like this Brett. Here's a here's a donation. Woo! So let's take a look here and see Brett's um current viewpoint here as far as are you girlfriend material? Oh my gosh. My goodness. Oh, interesting. Those came up together for someone else too. So we've got they see here the 9 of cups, which is this joy, this celebration, this emotional, wish fulfillment. So they can see you as that, but they also have fears. Not that they fear you, but I feel like they've had people who appeared this way ended up being nightmares. So I do feel like they're slow to jump with the 2 of swords. They're in the middle here. So they're of course going to wait. They want to see how things unfold here with the 2 of swords. But they definitely are like, wow. But in the back of their mind, they're like, yeah, but I've seen people before that look really good and all of this, but then they meet them in person, which you have too. You're just like, wow, they look so, and you're like, oh my gosh, they look great on the outside, but what a jerk. I don't feel like that from this one, but I feel like you know where they're coming from. They've got the 2 of I'm not the 2, the judgment card here with his 2 X's, double endings, double new beginnings. So they definitely have learned to see things from a higher perspective. The King of Wands here too, which is they understand their passions and they understand how to control them. They don't, you know, it's not like they're a teenager where they're just looking for, you know, intimacy. They see things from a higher perspective. They're more mature in that, and they want more than that here. So I do like this. It's very positive, LA, because they have this idea that you could, but then there's other people who have ruined it, which too. You're like, well, I I've had people before that look like the A team, on like a sport. They're the A. Wow, I think they'll do that, but then they end up being a dud, right? So, but I like it. It seems very positive there. They are holding back. They're fighting, holding back. Making advanced determinations. So that's what they have for you, LA. So many blessings to you. Appreciate your donation. And then I have a couple more donations. So Nova, hey Supernova, thank you for your dual donations. Yeah, yeah, LA. That with that 9 of cups with the girl in the towel. They're like, "Oh yeah. Oh yeah." So so they do. All right. So, Nova, message from spirit, what you need to know right now. All right, let's take a look here and see what spirit wants you to know. Thanks, Lalima. I did get your I think you did it through PayPal, so you will be next up here after Nova's second donation there. All right. So let's see, what does spirit want you to know right now? Okay. All right. Okay. So you've got the high priestess. So I think we had this a little like last week for you too, where the high priestess is stepping back, connecting with spirit, going behind and diving deep. So this kind of is like that reflection time of developing song lyrics, right? Reflecting on your life. And I like it. It's like they say, continue doing that. Make sure you have your alone time. But there's also this journey here, the emperor, which is Aries energy about making steps, taking forward, formulating a plan and heading off and leaping into the adventure. You don't have to have your whole 5-year plan done. You don't have to have everything figured out. There is this, new journey free of a lot of expectations. It's like this leaving behind the old ways and starting off on new ways. And the emperor supports that because the emperor also has like a lot of people that have a lot of opinion on supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and all of that. But there's this clarity that comes in. So I really like that. It's like step forward. Yeah, you listen to other people's opinions, but you make the decisions for you based on you, not fear of letting people down or what people are going to think or say. It's like being true to you still, but there's this journey that's starting up here. And I like this. You've got the 7 of Cups, which normally, you know, could be emotional confusion, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like it's like you determining what is your true dream, what is your true wish. You have the 2 of Cups, which is emotional choice. So with these two coming out together, it's like you choosing, there's no wrong choice. What do you want? You get to choose what emotion you want to feel through anything. And so if there's fears and trepidation, that's funny, I never use that word. If you have trepidation about stepping forward, just know that no matter what happens each of the steps, you get to decide how you want to feel about it, right? You can choose to be happy and joyful for no reason whatsoever. So you could choose to be joyful no matter what goes forward, right? And so I feel like it's important for you to know, like, I want to live my dream, and whatever happens next, regardless what everyone else says, you get to choose. You get to choose. And I just feel like it's a reminder for you for that it's time to step forward and everyone else is going to choose what they're going to feel, and that's okay. You're going to choose how you want to feel. So I like it. Yeah, I'm excited for you too. And then he said, growing up, why did you never have any friends or relate to any of your peers or family? Why were you treated so differently? Okay. Because you were different, because you're a supernova. People don't want to get near an exploding star. Boom. Okay. Yeah. Let's take a look here. So, with this, you've got the Emperor, 2 3s here, 3 of Wands, this change of direction. You know, you knew before you came down here what your family and friends and whatever were going to be, and you did choose it on purpose for a purpose. It brought you the 3 of Wands normally is like you choosing a different path, and this is you chose a different path from everyone else. You know, you didn't want the same old type of experiences because that was boring to you. You wanted to have these um, experiences that were different. You wanted a different path, not the same old path. And so you were different. And so people didn't know what to do. That's why you were treated differently because you were different. Why couldn't you relate to any of your peers or your family? Because you're from another planet. you know, it's almost like you're an alien, right? And it is, and it's okay. It didn't have anything to do with our worth. It had to do with what you wanted to experience and what you chose to come down here, right? So, you've got this um you are an alien. You are. And you've got the Empress here, which is like this new birth, this beginning, those types of things that come in there. So, you have this journey. Sorry, there's a little kid waving at me through the window. So, yeah, it's an alien kid. Um, but they have this you know, this new birth, this you wanted to birth something new. Yeah, you do, right? She is mother nature, mother nurture, free. Again, she's free of all the expectations of, you know, the emperor and the hierophant, which are all the rules of society, all the rules of organized religion, and you wanted to be like this wood witch that, runs naked through the forest, and I don't care about any of your rules. I'm living, and that's what this is what came in through all of this stuff, right? Um, and I like it. I mean, we've got, you wanted to be able to be clear here of these Eight of Swords. Yeah, free from the shackles, the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets of, authority that was saying, these are the rules. We're putting down the rules and we're going to tie you, blind you, bind you, and keep you restricted. And you're like, uh, I don't think so. I am going to live the life that I want to live. And so it's so important for your journey and for the opportunities that to be offered to you, with the Princess of Pentacles, is new opportunities you wouldn't have had you had that type of upbringing. You might be, yeah, exactly. You needed to be able to be free. You needed to be able to be independent and go, and I can understand that because I grew up kind of in the same thing where we moved a lot, and so I'd have a kind of an acquaintance that I'd have in each neighborhood, and then we'd move, and then we'd move, and then we'd move. I eventually learned not to make friends because we always moved, and so I just became very much a loner. And even though I had a brother, he was off doing his own thing. My mom was always working. My dad, you develop this independence where you could travel and you don't need that. You don't feel like, you know, I, I don't miss people. I learned not to miss people when I was younger, not because I'm callous and I'm cold. I love people, but I don't have an attachment to where people come and go out of my life and it's okay. Yeah. So you have this on purpose for a purpose. I like this Medusa here too. Like, you have wild hair, you have snake hair. Um, you needed to be different. There was this change, this energy of difference that was there. So I like it. I feel like everything that unfolded was for you. And you chose it on purpose, and I can look at back at it now, and I'm grateful. I'm very independent, and the decisions I make, and like I said, I don't fear missing individuals. I enjoy who's there in the moment. So you could have spirally, curly, crazy hair. You can. You can like wrap them into snakes. You can be Medusa, Medusa the supernova. But, I like it. So it was on purpose for a purpose that you chose to experience that, and now you can look at it differently. When we realize I chose my family, I stopped having resentments and hurt feelings and things over it. When I realized, you know what? I chose that, and I wanted them to be that. So, that is what they have for you, supernova. So many blessings to you. Alright. And then La Lima, thank you. You are up next for your donation. Yeah, right? You just look at it totally different when you realize I chose it instead of like it stops happening to me and I start to see that it happened for me. I move from victim to rock star, right? I like it. All right. Let me just scroll up here a little bit so I can get all of your question in here. Hey, I was just thinking about you earlier today. Welcome back. How was the sabbatical? All right, so let's take a look here. Um, Supernova, not supernova. Sorry, I got supernova on my mind now. La Lima Sony. All right, so okay, so question one. Ah, okay. I'm so dramatic. Mirror, mirror. All right, so let's take a look here. What's the real reason? All right. Yeah, well, there are things that are happening there. I feel like some of what they're telling you, like you saying half truth, there are things that are happening outside of their control with the Tower card. So they are telling you some truth, right? Um, but we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, right? Or Princess of Swords, so Page of Swords. They're a little stubborn here with the combination of these energies. Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, very grounded. But I feel like they're a little stubborn in accepting the way things are run. The Queen of Swords is the Queen of Swords is balancing heart and mind, but the Page of Swords is new thought, new belief, new mindset. I feel like just the earthing, the grounding energy, I almost feel like Taurus energy for some reason. I just got this energy with this combination for no reason whatsoever of stubbornness and um, wanting to do things their way and not wanting to have someone telling them how to do things. So I feel like they're very how you can have 2 spectrums. Oh, that could be it too. The Queen of Pentacles could be, a little bit, stuff there, but I feel it's more you have someone who is, afraid so much that they don't do well because 'cause they're fearing, failing, and then there's people that are just stubborn and like, "I don't wanna do it," and I feel like this is what's going on with that there, the issues in his workplace have to do with his stubbornness, not so much I don't feel like not like girl issues as far as, like, people flirting or them being distracted. I did feel like there's a feminine energy that wants him to, do things this way, and I feel like they have maybe trouble with women in authority, um, is kind of what's coming through. So that's question number 1, and number 2, when their real intentions. All right, let's take a look here. All right. So we got here. So we do have the 10 of cups, which is, joy, celebration here. They got the 2 of pentacles, balancing their outside world, and the magician, which is about movement and um, creating things. So I feel like, there is this, energy here of just it feels balanced, it feels normal, you know. It's like, yeah, I need to balance my life. This is what I want and this is where I'm investing my energy. So I feel intentions are that's what they want. But, well that was the question, right? Are what are their real intentions? um, is that they want this, but I don't know if they're able to balance it. I think that's the thing with balancing and trying to walk on high wires is that it's hard to balance things out. And I feel like that's where they're having trouble is they have a lot of these intentions, but they're just having trouble making it happen. Um, so let's take a look here. And I feel like we're going to get the closure or the kind of the stuff coming in here with your third question. Oh, yeah, exactly, right? So let's take a look here and see what's the perception of everything. What does spirit want you to know around their perception, your perception, and kind of the purpose of this relationship and this interaction here. Let me just read. Yeah, you're just trying to understand what's happening. So, what does spirit wants you to know around what's happening here? We'll get out of the questions you're asking and get to the true truth, right? That's what we want. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, so you are correct there. I don't know if there's girls at work, but there is 3 cups, which is 3 party. So, yeah, you're right on the money with the 3 of cups there. And the devil energy here is the shaking and the rattling and the caging and, things come up for you to, this is, allowing you to see, for yourself. They're a mirror for you. Everyone always is, So what's coming in here is, um, how are you? Where are the lies and deceits that you're telling yourself, right? About your worth, about people, about things. It's always a mirror and it's reflecting back to you so that you can release yourself from the cage and from the chains that bind you. And that's what, this whole situation is about is all this fear. What's at the root of it? Where are all these beliefs that are coming in there? Because in the end, the situation, your human self even believes that this will be fortunate for you in the long run because the wheel of fortune says everything always happens for us. It's just sometimes hard for our human to get on board with that, like, why is that happening good for me? It's like, no. But this tells you that even your human goes into the, sorry for the glare here, let me see if I move that back a little bit. That's the wheel of fortune, the tune of for you, where even your human will feel this way. And I feel like why that happens here is because you end up leaving that situation, the wheel of fortune turns, things end, but then you end up here with new love, with the King of Wands, someone who controls their passions. The king isn't like the prince who is like, you know, a teenager not able to control themselves. The king knows, they are there and they're able to. I feel like with you experiencing what you experienced allows you to move into this place here of appreciation. Like you're like, I may not, I might have just expected that before, but now that you've experienced the opposite, you're like, I appreciate this so much more. So I like this because you do have this self-love that overflows, but you have this new love that comes in, as well. Someone who's more in alignment. And, that's what when someone shows us who they are, we're like, "Thank you for showing that to me so that I know and I can move on to something more in alignment with my own heart, with where I wanna be." Um, so I do like this for you, Lalima, but I feel you nailed it there with the 3 of cups, that there's more, there. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got clarity because now you can be like, okay, no, I can trust my intuition, I can trust my gut, and I'm not crazy. And bye bye. I have something much more, down the list there. Wow. Yeah. So your spirit was talking to you in your dreams. That's great. Yeah. Pay attention to dreams for sure. All right. All right. So that is what they have for you, Lalima. So move forward with confidence into your new journey, but definitely look at what did you learn about yourself through it because it did happen on purpose. It wasn't an accident. It was purposeful, purpose filled. So don't skip that opportunity for that adventure, what you learn from it, because you'll just get booked for another one. Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Hey, Anita, thank you for your donation. I do see that. I have two others before you, and then you will be up next. Um, that's a great question, Lima, and this is good for everyone. How can you understand what's being mirrored in the purpose? Um, a great tool that's free. If you've ever heard of Byron Katie, she has a website called thework.com. It's TheWork.com. And she has this Judge Your Neighbor worksheet. She also has a YouTube channel. It's Byron, Byron, and then Katie, Katie. And it is amazing because you basically write down a situation that like a specific situation, you just throw up on the worksheet. You just fill it out and just rah, 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 rah. When they did this, this is how it made me feel, and this is what they should have done, and da da da. And then she talks the turnarounds, which allows you to see things differently. Like when I had like 3 out of my 5 of my relationships went outside of the committed relationship to have curricular activities, um, and so when I wrote da mine were like, "They cheated on me and blah, 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 blah," and then, of course, Spirit helped me do the turnaround, which was like, "How was I cheating on myself?" And I'm like, "What do you mean, how was I cheating on myself? I was faithful to them," like, "But what about to yourself?" And for me, it was, oh, self-worth, I is supposed to come from my capital S self. You define my worth, but I was defining my worth by them. So I was cheating on my higher self with these people, having them define me. And it was like, wow. So they were showing me what I wanted to see about myself. And when that was life changing because I was defining myself by my higher self, and it changed my entire world with that realization. But check that out. It's free and it helps you identify the different beliefs we have and how these are actually reflections for us. So she's a master of mirror reflections. So check that out. All righty. And so, love, 1, 2, 3, 4, welcome back. Because I was gonna send you an email because I was like, I have memberships that are rolling out tomorrow. They're gonna bring so many things, and I was hoping that you wouldn't miss out. So, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out, and thank you for your donation. So, let's get into your questions and see what we have here. All right, let's take a look here and see, is this for your highest, is this for your highest experience here? This new pivot. Pivot. All right, let's see what this brings in here. All right. I knew there was one more. I'm like, what is this? What is this? You know, something to consider with this new offer is, does it allow you to be true to your authentic self? Because you've got the hermit journey here, which I almost feel like you would end up, you know, kind of on this different journey than what you're really wanting here. Because you have the Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands, of course, is the Knight of Wands, which is fast movement. And you have the Sun card here, which is you, your Leo energy, right? Are you going to be able to be true to your authentic self in that position? And I almost feel like you would feel you would feel like you have to diminish yourself. You would have to not shine. Yeah, right? It's like, really, really, would it be, right? And I don't I feel like you'd get bored of it almost fast. With that Prince of Wands, the Knight of Wands, I just feel like it's like, you need fire, you need action, you need movement, you need challenge, right? Um, so I, I so I just yeah, I don't feel like that would do well for you for very long. Yeah. They told me, "Look at the bottom of the deck." And I'm like, "No, you got endings and beginnings under here in the end. Death, death." Not yours, but, end this, you know yeah. Well, I feel like it's for your highest experience. We never have to do anything we don't wanna do. But, we're asking, "What's your advice? Is this for me? Is this the best thing for me or not? Is there something?" They're like, you wouldn't be able to be yourself. I mean, you could do it, but how long would it be before you're like, get me out of here anyway? So you could always try it and then you could always leave it. So that's what's coming in there. All right. And then Joji, oh, sorry, number two. Let's take a look here. You know, the usual. We've got the Hanged Man with their 10 of swords, which I like the 10. This is them getting tired of trying to live up to so many expectations and everything. So, I feel like the movement, is getting closer and closer and closer for that to happen, for them to release things because we also have, um, interesting enough kind of the same story with the Eight of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief, another even number where they're realizing what are their own thoughts are blinding and binding them here. The Seven of Pentacles, which is taking time. I mean, if basically this is the same thing twice, right? Both of these cards is there's been waiting and there's been movement of thought, but it's flowing. It's like things are starting to uh, move forward. Things are starting to flow. And here's the 10 of Pentacles. Again, it's the overflowing life on the outside world. So their ideas and fears they have around what it means to have a full life, they've been doing a lot of work on it and they continue to do a lot of work on it there. So, they have the fears that are holding them back that are keeping them, in this, but it's unfolding. The Hanged Man is transformation. It's like a butterfly, caterpillar turning into a butterfly, and the Seven of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is a fruit. So it's progression. There's things that have to unfold in the proper timing with all of that. So I still feel I don't feel like there's movement away or anything. I feel it's like trudging through mud up to your waist. It takes them time to make progress, is what I feel with those coming in. So that is what they have for those. I think those were it right there. Yeah. All right. And then number three, update there. Let's see what we got going in here. I just always have to laugh because I feel like you have the Eight of Wands. Here's that eight, fast moving. It's going to come in here out of like, it's just like, it almost feels like it just surprises you here. We've got the Three of Cups, which is joy and celebration, and your spiritual posse, they got your back. But we've got here this Seven of Swords, which is of course, what are my own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are deceiving me? So, looking at what fears we have, um, you know, do we still have our gratitude alarm going? Because this is like the fears that are drawing us into old ways of thinking and keeping us. This is what would slow it down. So they're just bringing it here. Choose joy over fear. Choose joy. Invest our energy in joy and celebration and gratitude and not in the fears, right? And if our mind keeps going back to fear, 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 then that's where our energy is at, right? But if we're focusing on joy and celebration and gratitude, truly, then that's what will bring it in fast here. So they're basically, having that energy in there. So it looks still like things are moving forward. And then number 4. All right, let's take a look here. All right, to those 2. Looks like here we've got the King of Cups, which is balancing the heart and the mind. And then we've got the Prince of Swords, the Knight of Swords, which is movement of thought. And I feel like they're caught up in their head a lot here, because this would be, two parts air. I think the knights um are they more fire? I think they're fire. So that's fire and then water. So you got emotion, fire, and then the mind, 2 parts mind. So I feel like right now, I mean, it's there, but I feel it's at a lower, let's say radiance, uh, a lower amount because they've got a lot going on up here, which we just saw with all those swords. They got a lot going on up in their noggin. So I feel like it's not you, it's just a lot of stuff on their mind. Just always busy, 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 and I feel like they're caught up in that. I feel like it's always existing, the fire is always burning, but I feel like they got a lot going on in their head. And then I'm gonna switch up decks here to the Tarot of Dreams, and for your final question there. And then we'll go to Anita, and then everyone asking about who they're after and are you in line. I'll have to take a look here in a moment. I'm just focusing on the donations. They get priority. I step out of line, and then I will see just to make sure where you guys are. All right, so let's get your update here for August, and I want this one too. What is happening here? Okay, 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 and okay. So your August does have new birth Empress coming in. Another 8. You have the 8 of Cups, leaving behind emotions that no longer serve. Moving to, where does the 8 of Cups, where are they headed off to? The 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, which if we had doubt, we've got the Star card, wish fulfillment coming in, dreams come true, wishing upon a star. You have the Palace of Swords, which palaces are unique to this deck, which is all about creating a place where your thoughts can be expressed, where your knowledge can be used. That's definitely not where you're at, right? We know. And what would your reading be without your 7 of Wands being in the spotlight, right? Standing bright on the hill, shining bright. Other people going, "Why do you get to have that and that?" So we definitely have this wonderful August is just going to burst open for you here. I just feel like it's here it comes. I know we're like a week away, but it's tick-tocking and here it comes. So that's what's coming. That's what's a coming there. So I like it for you. Very, very positive, you know. You can't make it up. They wanted me to switch decks and all this stuff came out. So I like it for you. I'm excited. I'm still a believer that everything is gonna pop out, as much as it's been confirmed and reconfirmed. I just, you know, if it doesn't happen, I don't know what to say. I might have to quit tarot. I'm just kidding. But, that's what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you, love 1, 2, 3, 4, and good to see you. It's not the same without you. And, stay tuned, tomorrow, um, actually at midnight tonight, there'll be an announcement about memberships for the first 2 levels and more to come. I'm excited. All right. So, Anita. Oh, yeah, I understand. Yeah, because it's like, "Where is it gonna be here?" Absolutely. All right, so Anita, I think you'll be my last donation, and you wanted to know, what is your person of interest, the Cancerian, their feelings and intentions towards you? Aquarian, hey, fellow Aquarian. And thank you for your donation. Let's take a look here. So, what is your person's of interest, feelings, and intentions? All right, let's take a look here. Hmm, I like it. Oh, sorry, I won't comment until you can see everything. I know that can be irritating. I'm like, oh, 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 wow, wow. So, Anita, so we've got the 8 of cups, and they told me look at the bottom of the deck because we do have the 9 of cups. This is where this is headed here. We have the Knight of cups, I'm sorry, Knight of coins, Knight of pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight out of 'em all. And you're like, "No kidding." Like, can they move any slower? But they are. They're headed here. They're leaving behind emotions and people that no longer serve them. They're headed off into what is emotional wish fulfillment, dreams come true. So I feel like this is how they feel about you, that they're like, yeah, you can make them feel fulfilled, but they've got some, I feel like feel like they have got some stuff to let go of, which making sense, cancer signs, very much emotions and diving deep, that they know, yeah, I need to sort this out before I let anyone into my heart. I got to clear some space because it's almost like, before you can save more photos, you have to delete some out of your album, on your phone. They're like full. Oh, dang it. I got to go get rid of some of the stuff before I can let more emotion in here. So they're clearing out their files to make more space for more emotion is what they're feeling here. And and we have it here, we've got that they're on this the hermit's journey, which is them, they're they're inward, the faith card, which is the hierophant, they're doing their inner searching here. um what are my true feelings, what do I truly want, they're clearing out a lot of that stuff, they're getting things squared away, and they are doing the work with the 8 of coins, the 8 of pentacles, which is them putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears to clear things out, to get things ready. And this does mean movement in the outside world. I like that. There's two. Is there any over here? Well, there's fire over here. Um, that you've got two eights. Eights are flowing in movement. So this does show that even though you have had this Knight of Pentacles for a while, which is slow movement, that there's things starting to flow. It's starting to um, the clog is clearing and you're starting to see flow, flow, flow. And before you know it, the dam breaks and here comes all this emotion. So get ready because it will. We've got this world card, which is victory. And we've got this here, the leaving behind old ways. and introducing new ways, new adventure. It's the last card in the major arcana, which represents, the it goes to the zero, the full card, which is a journeying adventure free of a lot of expectations. So I like that. Plus having the Ace of Wands, new passion, new drive, new energy. So action, action, action is about to unfold and to move forward. So I do like this. I mean, they've got feelings. They've got a lot of thoughts that they're clearing out too, but the emotions are clearing. They've got all of this preparation, this work that they felt they needed to do first before they're ready. But it's going to happen here very soon with the combination of these cards. And you got the Seven of Wands, which is this movement, this strong energy of being seen. And I like the Seven of Wands because there's like this energy of, why do you get to be happy? You know, come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us because misery loves company. And then, the response that I feel like you both make to your prospective friends who are going, why do you get that and we don't? Is like, yeah, misery loves company, but so does joy. And joy has better parties. So I'm going to have joy instead. So I like this energy that's coming in. It feels like they've got passion, they've got emotion, they've got thoughts. They definitely want to move forward. Just they're clearing some stuff out first. So I like it, Anita. So that is what they have. So thank you so much for your donations. I greatly appreciate that. And let me take a look here. So yeah, Cynthia, we did yours. I think we did yours a while ago. Let me just make sure here. Yeah, because you were on the list, the original list. So yeah, yours was done quite a while ago. And still on the erase list, I have Michelle Lizure and then Keisha. And then, oh yeah, so we're actually here, I think. Yeah. So we're actually at the existing chat. So the existing chat is where it's at. All right. So Michelle Lizure, and let me see how many we have here. Because we got Michelle and then Keisha and then Mary P and then Taywar and then XX Taylor XX and then Mary the Aries and then Rohit and then SR66 and then Jeannie Vester and then, let me see, we already did that one. And then Nay 333 and then Christy. I think, hopefully I'm not missing anyone. I don't think I am. And then Aquarius 7. It's way down here. Okay, and hopefully, Christy, that answered your question. I have not read yours yet. And then, yeah, so that's it right now. And I've been on for an hour and 45 minutes, so I'm gonna be in about 15 more minutes. I'll stop doing free readings in about 15 minutes. So if anyone else wants theirs prioritized, at that time, I always open it up to if anyone wants to make a donation, I'll complete it this evening. Otherwise, I shall return tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So, oh, Irresistible Smile. I thought I saw your name. I probably went flying by it. Oh yeah, sorry. I see you there. You're before Aquarius 7. So it wasn't too long ago. Sorry. There's just so many. But that's what's happening there. So Nova, thank you so much for your additional donation, and then I just got a Cash App, so I will go to that one. But I will try to get through as many free readings as I can, but I do need to balance, so I will keep it to uh, the 2 hours for free readings. And if anyone wants to make a donation, I will complete those in this session. I do honor those. All right. So, Supernova. All right. Thank you, Tavi. Yeah, I do see you're with the Cash App. So good. All right. So, Nova, you've always wondered, are you an earth angel or a star seed? You've never figured it out. You might not be so important, but you're curious. Well, that's probably why, when I was saying like because you're an alien from another planet, one of your, one of your existences was as a star seed. You do have a star seed connection. Um, well, we'll pull cards here, of course, but I definitely felt that when you asked, "Why did I want it? Why do I feel like an alien?" And it's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Trippy. Yeah, because here you are. The sun card, even though it's victory, it just shows different planets. It's like almost like the sun card, they're the center of our solar system. But with the Ace of Swords, which is about higher knowledge outside of our solar system. So you definitely had an existence. A lot of people have. We actually, if you haven't had a chance to check out my Take 10 with Zen, um, First the first one I think was Dimensions, and the second one was Spirit Guides. So if you check out those 2, the first 2 of those, they're only, like, less than 10 minutes each, but they'll give you an idea of the amount of existences that we've experienced, and we wanna experience them all, and we can experience them all at the same time, which I know can blow our human brain. But it's like we're existing in multiple places all at once. This human experience, I joke, is like, is this fingernail on the left pinky? This is the human existence, but we've got all these other existences as hands and arms, and we're everything else. Yeah, it's funny because I used to always, whenever we would play, cowboys and Indians or whatever. I was a big sci-fi when I was young, and I was like, "I'm an alien." And they're like, "What? I have superpowers." It was funny. And you've got the tower energy here, which is this um it's different type of energy. It's not about things being removed out and added and all this, but the one of the energies of the tower card is that everything unfolds for us and we choose all of our existences on purpose for a purpose that allows us to see things. Yeah, all of this is about seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things from a different points of view. And we have all of this energy that comes in. It's funny, I don't know why she almost looks like an alien, like, "Yes, I'm here. Take me to your leader." But, the 9 of Pentacles is about you being solid. With Spirit, it's all for our spiritual adventure anyway, right? Uh, Something to think of, I don't wanna trip everyone out, but, because you already say this is trippy. Like, we have spirit guides who are, we can connect to them now, they have like star seeds in Sirius, different star seeds. Even if you just like Google star seeds, whatever you're attracted to, and chances are we have so many different experiences in different places, different timelines. It's just amazing, all the different um, you know experiences that we have. So definitely, you definitely were. And maybe are a star seed. So you have this connection, you have this other knowledge, you come here on purpose for your own experiences and to help humanity too. But definitely check out If you just Google star seeds, there will be even websites that talk about different ones. Just keep an open mind about where you've been, and you might even be have been a member of more than one. Because like humanity, we have different lifetimes too. So we bring in so much more to this life than we can imagine. So that is what they have for you. So enjoy the journey of discovering that part of yourself. Because it does allow you to feel this connection to the stars. It allows you to feel this so much more bigger than your human pinky fingernail self. You're so much more. Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. It really just expands our mind. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So many blessings to you, Nova. Thank you again for your donation. And Tavi, thank you for your donation. I do see that here. You are very welcome. And let me see here, Tavi. Did you already ask your question? If not, pop it down below. I'm going to scroll here and see if you did. I don't remember. I can't remember if I remember mentioning your name. I don't think I did. So if you pop it down below your question, I will make that next. Right. And love 1234. I will look for your email too. But just for the sake of time, like I said, because I'm only going to be reading free ones for another 10 minutes or so, I'm going to jump to Michelle Lizion. I am doing well. I hope you're well. I'd like a general read. Let's take a look here and see what we've got coming out here for you. Yeah. Well, you have this balancing coming in here. You've got the Two of Coins, the Two of Pentacles, which is about balance in the outside world. And you got the Justice card with the scales, which is balancing your truth, balancing of things, of how you're seeing the world. So there is this message right now of just making sure you're taking time to balance your higher knowledge, your higher awareness, the capital T truths, and really balancing and letting some more fears go, because it seems like there's some uh, stuff coming in the outside world. These pentacles, it's like there. It just feels like life kind of feels lopsided, and they're like, just chop some more of these fears off, and bring in some more higher truths, and that'll help balance things out for you. If your outside life feels like it's kind of, I feel like I'm leaning like a saddle on a horse. You're like, I don't think this is tight enough. I think I'm going to be end up underneath the horse. They're just saying, just look at the balancing a little bit in your life right now, and it's an important piece of your journey right now. So that is what I have for you. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Tavi. So you want to know, how did Noel feel when he saw you taking your evening walk today? Your ex. Uh-oh. All right. Let's take a look here and see. How did they feel? Ooh, okay. What else? Okay. So a little bit of mixed vibes with them here. Eight of Wands, attractiveness. They were just like, "What?" So they still have that, the attraction, and they still have the energetic and like physical attraction. But they got the faith card here, which is, the Hierophant. They've been doing their inner searching, and this just makes them think about things. Like again, it's like um reflecting upon what they felt they might have done wrong or done better, or who am I? What do I truly want? Because they have these desires that came up. Let's see what these other cards are here too. Yeah, see again, it's kind of the same two cards twice here, because you've got the Ace of Wands, which is passion and drive here. So you definitely have the fire kind of rose within them there. And they have the Six of Swords. which the Six of Swords is about changing of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and leaving old ways of thinking behind, moving to new ways of thinking. So a lot of thinking uh, was spawned within them here too. So feelings, not like love, emotion. It was more wah wah wah, more the physical and energetic attraction, and then a lot into their head um, about you know what do I truly want? Would I want to be back with them? What went wrong? How could it have? Blah, 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 blah. Just they went off into their head. So you went in both directions, right? But that's what's coming in there, if that makes sense, Tavi. So um, I don't feel emotion, so I don't feel like their heart was sparked. I feel the upper and lower regions were sparked, but not the middle. So that's how we can say that here on YouTube. So that's what they have. Thank you again for your donation. Many blessings to you. Hopefully that helps. All right. And thank you, Love1234, for your donation. All right, so let's take a look here. All right, so for question number one, yeah, I was thinking that too, Cynthia. I'm like, why do I keep on thinking they're going to be here early? And I'm like, oh, I better be quiet. All right, so for your first question here, yeah, we've got the nine of coins, the nine of pentacles, which is you being independent. Um, and the Four of Cups, which is boring, and you're being offered something much more. You'd get bored with it. And even though it would help financially, it would make you feel financially secure, you'd be bored with it here, what's coming in there. So I feel like that is that one there. Yeah. Because these cards came out too. I wasn't sure if this was for the first question or the second, but this is for the first. There's this pathway to get you back to here, and there's a lot of unknowns, the mystery, the flow of things. The Tree of Life is unique to this deck, which is all about it took a path to get down here. It's just taking a path to get you back. But there's a lot of unseen and unknowns about that position. Yeah. So it just feels like there's some unseen things that are there. So that's what's coming in there. And then number two. Hey, Lilima, memberships are actually, I'm going to be announcing them at midnight. There'll be a join button that will appear. So stay tuned. It is a coming. It is a coming. All right. Yeah, I don't see this, you know, in August there, because you've got the Ten of Wands ending and new beginnings, new energy. So I don't feel like this is supporting that trip. I just feel like there's an ending and a beginning and fast movement. You're investing your energy elsewhere in the Ace of Cups. It's endings and beginnings coming up here again. I, you know, I just feel like it's going to be here. And then number three, let's take a look here. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I get you there. I like this. So these are the first two cards that came out. So Page of Cups, new heightened emotion, Ten of Cups, overflowing emotion, and then emotional confusion. But movement of choppy waters to calmer waters, leaving things behind, leaving, movement, positive movement. So I like all this. I just feel like there's a lot, I liked all this. The Seven of Cups isn't bad. It's just is that Scorpio? It's just like um a lot of emotional energy, whatever that message was. Oh, messages. Yeah, so it did spawn a variety of different emotions, overflowing great emotions and heightened love emotions, and Six of Swords. Again, leaving behind old ways of thinking to new. So positive results there. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. All right. But that's what they have for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. So thank you. Yeah, exactly. No SR66. I had donations that were made, so I did not complete yours, and I am at my 2 hour mark. Um, so I am going to be closing down. Keisha will be my last free reading. And if anyone wants to make a donation, I will complete them during the session. But before anyone takes off, just to let you know, of course, I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. I'm here at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And then on Wednesday through Sunday nights till this Sunday, I do announce in my video that Sunday nights I'm going to, from live readings, I'm going to be doing a live Q&A for members. So I'll be here going forward. This Sunday will be the last one I do live readings, but it'll be Wednesday through Saturday night at the hours are going to change a little bit too. For the rest of this weekend, we'll just do it this way. This weekend, I'll be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Also in the morning, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So that is what's coming in. I do have a weekly giveaway every Monday. And this is the video. Tuesdays, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away and how I can get into the drawing. Tomorrow, I announced that there's going to be some more giveaways for my membership rollout. So be sure to check those out. But check out that video if you're interested in that. Also, this is the last final few days here. We're getting close to the end of July. Can you believe it? But I have a Crazy Zen summer sale where I'm giving 50% off my Hedges of Peace and Love and also half off of my personal readings. So if you're looking for a personal reading, I've got some good deals going on with those. All of that's listed in the description box of the video too. So it tells you how you can book either the Hedge or a personal reading. And then also, if you're not able to make a donation tonight, I definitely understand that. But if you're needing a a sorry, let me just adjust something here. Um, I do have a ton of pick a cards. Like this week, I had to pick a card, which is all about how can I transform my numbness. But I have like pick a cards for love, for money, for career, a variety of different ones. And so if you follow your heart, Spirit will guide you to the pick a card that will have your answer there too. So those are all free and available. And then also, I did have a weekly. Uh, what do you call it? A series, I guess. It's Take 10 with Zen, which I put out a video. I have been for the last 6 weeks talking about it's 10 minutes or less and how you can connect with spirit and understand ourselves more as our human and higher selves. And I answer questions from my subscribers as well. So we've talked about dimensions and spirit guides and is love real and does fate exist and how can I impact my fated timing and is my death fated? So these are the things that we've talked about in those. So if you're interested, you can check those out as well. All right. So I'm going to complete Keisha here before I scroll down here because I don't want to lose my space. So Keisha, um, Messages from a loved one, and who is your guardian angel? Any messages? All right, let's take a look here. And we have two cards. Oh, okay, actually three. The last one has two. So, any messages from a loved one? You have the page of coins coming in here, which does tell you that you have new opportunities that are coming forward here, but it's like this message of pride in you too, that you've been looking and changing the way you perceive yourself in relationship to the outside world. And because of that, that's what's bringing in these new opportunities that you wouldn't have had before. So it's kind of like a pat on the back, a kudos, a high five, a fist bump from spirit and from this loved one, that you've been doing these things, and you have it coming your way here. Um, your guardian angel is this nine of wands. This guardian angel, um, well, your guardian angel is someone who, when our soul was created, and if you listen to the spirit guides, the Take 10 with Zen spirit guide, I think it's episode 2. It tells you a lot more, but your guardian angel is someone who was born at the same time, created at the same time your soul was. And you'll want to listen to that because it goes into more of who guardian angels are, and it's mind blowing. But their message to you, is again, they've seen how you've had these blocks before, but you've moved behind them. You've really stepped into your power, and you had this old ways of thinking that you left behind, which has allowed movement. And so be prepared because of these changes that you made in these focuses that you've been making. You are going to have movement that's coming forward here in the near future. So I like it. I like it. I like it. So movement is on its way. So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you, Keisha. All right. All right. So my PayPal is in the description box in the video, and also in the pinned comment at the top if you want to check those out there. And if any all right, Jeannie, thank you for your understanding. I just have to balance um, with everything that I put out, because I do put out a lot of free content. So I appreciate that. Double donation time. All right. So first one, thank you for your double donation there. So your therapist told you that you should reflect on old friendships and reach out, even to KC. One, how did our friendship breakup affect her? Two, has she been able to have a friendship like ours with others? Okay, so let's take a look here at those questions there. So, how did your friendship breakup affect her? Okay, this one and this one right here. Okay, well, thank you so much, Irresistible. I do see a PayPal came through, so you'll be up here after LA. And then, has she been able to have a friendship like yours with others? Let's see here. All right. Okay. This is where they came out. So I'll do these here. So, how it affected her, it made her choose here, made her see her power of choice. She did reflect to see that whatever she focused on was what grew and expanded with this here. So she realized like her part in things, like what her energy, what she was inviting in, what she focused on in there. And again, judgment card, double endings, double new beginnings, seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things differently. So it did impact her where it did cause her to do a lot of thinking, but it also over this time she's created this. It's the palaces are unique to this deck, and this is them creating this place of where they can express their passions and their energies, and I feel like what the this like breakup, this separation was like this catalyst for them to go, what am I waiting for to express what I want, who I want, and things in the world to it? It's kind of made her stand up and go, I'm going to live my best life, and I'm put my energy into what I want, and I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to be wishy-washy and bounce all around, if that makes sense. So it did teach her to do those things. Thank you, Irresistible. I do see your donation, so you'll be up after LA if you didn't hear me when I said that earlier. All right. And the second piece, has she been able to have a friendship like yours? Um, I I feel like she's changed here. We've got the death card, which is death and rebirth. She's really moved past here. Let me see if I can get it without a glare on here. Here we go. So she used to have these feelings of feeling lack and abandonment and being left behind. And yeah, I don't feel like you were holding her back. I feel like these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets were. And I feel like um, when you have a loss, when you have things that happen in your life, it just makes you really wake up and go, what else am I waiting to lose? I'm gonna live my best life. And it's almost like, because your friendship was important when she lost it, it made her just realize, what have I got to lose? Or more so, like, I've survived huge loss, I'm gonna take risk. It made her braver in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because here she is, victory, being able to stand forward and step forward instead of feeling like, oh, poor me and lack and victim. She's like, you know what? Screw that. I want to be a victor instead of a victim. And it just was a catalyst. But I don't feel like I definitely don't feel like she's had another friendship like yours. I feel like they um they are just kind of living their life, and I feel like they're in a relationship and they're focusing in more on like their partner, or if they have a child. I feel like they're more in that mode than friends. I feel like I almost feel like they're so busy with like work and relationship. I don't, if they has a child, I just feel like they have a child or she's pregnant. I don't know, but it just feels like I've got, you know, all of this. I don't have time for friends. It's like I'm married. I'm with my best friend, and my best friends are at work. That's it. I don't have time for anything else. That's the kind of energy I feel around her. So that's what they have for that one. And then for your second donation, thank you so much. Why are you forced into extreme isolation? All right, let's take a look here. Greater purpose. I hear you. All right, let's take a look here. Let me just refresh the cards here. And thank you, everybody, for all you that have given a thumbs up on the video too. It just caught my eye, and I get caught up in the readings. I don't thank you guys enough for doing that. It helps spread the Zen love. So thank you guys for doing that. All right. Oh, jeez. Well, I just there is a reason, obviously, with the Hermit card coming up here, the extreme isolation, right? Where you feel like a hermit. But it's because you're called to this higher, seeing things from this higher perspective, right? And this period of time is for you to, the sun card is shining bright light on every area of your life. This is about digging deep and really removing this, you know, transforming is a better word, these thoughts and beliefs in the subconscious, because this is the Leo energy, the inner child. And so there's been this purpose. It's like you're removed back so that, there's like this energy of looking and purging and transforming. And because of that, it's like if you have open heart surgery, you don't do it out in the middle of a party, you do it in a isolated place. And I feel like this has been a purpose of it here because you do have these two cards that came out here, the Justice card balancing fears, the Five of Swords also. These are kind of like the same card, Major Arcana, and within the sword suit, because here's the Ace of Swords, two swords on each side, the conflict, eliminating mental conflict, beliefs, supposed to, shoulds, there's this clearing away. The more we connect to those beliefs of unconditional love and capital T truths, allows us to slice away these fears we have in life. And how do we experience the fears? Well, we get into isolation where we hear things so clearly. It's so quiet that we hear these loud whispers. We're like, where did these fears come from? And it's like we wouldn't have heard them when we're around so many people. So sometimes that's why we're brought into quietness too, so we can clear away these thoughts and these beliefs we had where, you know, a lot of our conflict with people comes around when, small t truths, which are our opinions, the supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, whatever, that are rooted in fear, right? When we try to prove that our small t truths are more true than your small t truths, right? So part of all of this that went through it is to learn about who we are and what are our triggers, so we stop triggering around other people and having fights and battles and arguments and sharp tongues and do all of that. Why are you sad? We're not done with the reading yet. Because you have the 8 of coins, which tells you you've been doing the work, you've been putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears. And because of that, you're about to see things moving in the outside world. So you're about to see this. Obviously, like you said, you were talking with your therapist who's helping you move beyond old ways of thinking, old ways. And this brings in victory, progress, it's movement, it's positive movement for you. So, um, it's been positive, and if you can really grasp that everything happens for you, and when we feel it's happening to us, that's where our sadness and our victimhood comes in, right? Where we feel like, oh, this is happening to me. Well, when we change our energy and we realize everything happens for me, not only that, but I chose it. So when we change it from this happened to me to, okay, why did I want this to happen for me? We stop blaming the world for everything that we're feeling and going through. We take ownership of, okay, I chose my story, I chose my emotions, I chose my energy, I chose my actions. Everyone else chooses their own. So I'm taking ownership of my stories, my emotions, my actions, my energy. Everyone else is, I can let go of that control because I can't control it, right? And there's this transformation that comes with it all. So that would mean that true friendships will come forward, but um, more of the focus on how are you being the friend to yourself? How do you end up ghosting yourself? Right? It's like, oh, yeah, I am my own best friend. No one's ever going to replace that anymore. I did it before, and the best friend you can ever find is inside you, inward and upward. You have all these best friends, but once that happens, then you just have all these wonderful friends in the outside world. But there's not a lot of expectation and stuff around it here. Yeah, because here's the 7 of Swords. What of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets deceive us? And this is the release of those things, right? So there is freedom on the other side of that. And that's what draws in. When we continue to have the same thoughts and beliefs and mindsets we had before, we keep drawing in the same mirrors. But once you raise your love vibration and you're raising your love for yourself, you're raising your friendship to yourself, then you draw in people who are more like attracts like, right? So cheer up, young person, chin up, and cheer up. Or enjoy sadness as long as you want. And then when you get bored of that, then chin up because there's no right or wrong. But if you don't want to feel sad anymore, you don't have to. So I like it. All right. And then irresistible smile. Thank you for your donation. And let's take a look here. I know you asked your question a little further up. Scroll, 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 scroll. All right. So currently, how does Michael feel about you? All right. You're funny, LA. All right. So how does Michael feel about you? Irresistible smile. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. All right. So 3 and 1. Let's see what comes out from these cards here. So the first three. I feel like they're in a weird place. I've only seen these three, so we'll see here. But there's this two of coins, which I feel like they're going back and forth and back and forth on a path of their life. And one, so I was saying it's so weird because they've got the tree of life card, which is unique to this deck, which is the Kabbalah tree of life, where we start off as the higher self and we work our way down here to the human side. And this is what this is here too. It's our higher self and our human self. And I feel like they're in this interesting place in their life where they're seeing the higher world and they're seeing the lower world, the human world and the higher world, and they're just trying to find this balance. It's just like if they're off on this spiritual quest journey energy almost with all those three. Let's take a look here and see what else we have here. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so they are on this huge internal thing going on here because we've got the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is like new journey. Well, with all of these, the meaning that pops out here is that they're looking for a new way of looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world, and that's what's coming in with both of these cards. And when you add in the Eight of Swords, which is about them really realizing what of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have blinded them and bound them and kept them trapped in the past. So this is movement of thought and belief. A lot of I feel like I'm going to pull some more cards because I feel like they're telling you the backstory of what's going on with them right now, because they are at this place with the 10 of Wands too, of this feeling of a great amount of energy that was being invested in endings and new beginnings, where they're taking all this energy that they've been investing in things and all in the world, like almost they were on the verge of a emotional or mental breakdown, right? And they're bringing all their focus into one thing and one thing in their life instead of so scattered and so all over the place. So it's almost feels like midlife crisis type of energy where they're just bringing all of this, back here to themselves. I'm going to pull a psychic tarot oracle here. I want to find out, what are their feelings towards you? What's going on with them? Where do you fit into all this journey that they're on here? It just feels so ominous. Oh, well, we like this. This is the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment. And Of course, the Nine of Cups does feel this, this huge, like, emotional wishes come true. Like they're holding that spot there for you, but I feel like it's almost like a forest field around it so that all this tornado, this hurricane that's going on isn't touching that. And it says this card being one, if not the most positive of the minor arcana cards, represents emotional satisfaction, contentment, and enjoyment. They feel like their wishes are coming true. Are they ready? Happiness, success, good health, completion, and accomplishment of their dreams and goals, they feel are in the palm of their hand. And this card acts as a reminder to hold on to the beneficial feelings from accepting and receiving what they've asked or strived for. Know that these will assist them in the future when they may need inspiration or positive energy. It says this is the right time to heal those past memories that have been holding them hostage, forgiving others and themselves so that their wishes, desires, and goals have a clear, unobstructed path to their heart, soul, and life. Yeah. So they definitely have this energy here of uh, it's like they're holding that special place for you, and they're trying to figure out all this other stuff around them, if that makes sense. um for that there, you see anything else here? Okay. Yep. Yep. Yeah, so I wanted clarification and we sure get it. We got three cups, all the emotions. They got the Palace of Cups, which is they're building this place where they feel they can express their emotions safely. We got the 10 of Cups, which represents it's the 9 of Cups right after this card, filling up and overflowing out. And the 6 of Cups, the nostalgia, the memories. And they feel like I get the 6 of Cups a lot these days, which the 6 of Cups like represents these past life connections. Like it's been like you've known each other through lifetimes. There's like this connection that is not it's different and you can't not recognize it. And it's almost like if you met them, you would feel like you've known them before anyway, like from another lifetime. You just have these uh, subconscious connections that it just goes beyond the brain, beyond sense. You're just like, I don't know why, it's just there. But they feel that too, with all that. But a lot of emotion that's there. They just have this with whatever this storm that's going on around them. They have that all pocketed in a safe space there. So hopefully that makes sense and resonates there for you. But that's what they have for your irresistible smile. So thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And LA, thank you for your additional donation. Uh-oh, you want to know what would Grandpa think of Brett, or is he holding off everyone off for your Casper? Oh, you think your Livy's empty in your pockets? That's funny. Let's take a look here. You haven't even gone out yet, have you? Simmer down, Grasshopper, simmer down. So what would Grandpa think of Brett? Let's see. That's funny. He's like, he's withholding his judgment, the unknown, the judgment card. And he has the Five of Swords, which is conflicting. He's right in the middle, but really what he's wanting me to do, he wanted me to pull from the Ask Your Guides Oracle for you here. Mm, Yeah, I understand that. Irresistible. Sure, love 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do a yes or no. Oh my gosh. Didn't I just say they had the judgment card in the higher self? He's got him under the looking glass for sure. Your grandpa's funny. Card number 46. So it says, this isn't a time to act under an imagined sense of urgency. Keep your emotions from running away from you. Turn to your higher self, engage your power of reason, and trust your inclination to step away from the drama intensity of the moment. Study and analyze all the factors of the situation and allow your higher self to guide you to the right end. Sleep on it a night. Better yet, sleep on it for 3 nights. Then heed your higher self's message. Leave it to me for now. So go with the flow, but I like it. He's all simmer down, Rattler. Just enjoy the process. Don't jump 10 spaces ahead. Just take it a moment at a time. So that's what your grandpa thinks is like, don't rush, don't rush. Take your time, take your time. It's easy for you to say, Grandpa, you're outside of space and time. But he's definitely saying, just relax, let it unfold. He's like, "I like your passion, but dial it down." You're like, "You're already making plans for the wedding." And he goes, "You just need to don't rush, enjoy the courtship," of course, right? So that's what he has. Yeah, irresistible smile. I can understand that here. Let's see. Let me just ask a quick question. Is it in your highest experience to walk away? You have the 3 of Pentacles, which is be true to you. Do what you need to do for you, is what your spirit guides are telling you. Don't be afraid of trying to be who you think someone needs to be or afraid of what people will think or anything. Just be true to you. Be true to your authentic you. So I like it. All right. Thank you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. It did come through here. All right. So, yes or no for number one. You are very welcome. Palace of Coins. I think this is would be a yes. And then number two. So number two's not really, yeah, it's a huge yes. So number two's not a yes or no, right? You just wanted to know what like that's going to be like, or should you fear? Oh, it's okay. I was just going to, is that a yes or no? Should you fear? Yes or no? Or what is it going to be like? It's okay. They're like, fear, fear, fear. Your guides are being funny. The nightmare and insomnia card. They're saying you have nothing to fear. They're being funny with that one. So let's take a look here and see what is the Monday night. What do they want you to know about the Monday night? Mhm. Anything else? Yeah, there's nothing to worry about here. You got the Queen of Wands, you got the Palace of Cups, so a place of emotional safety, a lot of action. We've got the Page and the Queen going at it with that fire. And the Six of Swords, movement from choppy waters to calmer waters. It's positive movement there, obviously. So, yep, a wonderful place of emotion and passion and thought too. So it sounds like a great evening. Let it flow, let it flow. All right. That is what they have for you, Love 123. Well, thank you for your additional donations and welcome back. And I am excited that I about donations coming up. You are very welcome. So that is it for the donation. So I'm going to go ahead and close this session down. I think that was everyone. And sorry to all of you, the free readings I was not able to get through. But I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And then, of course, also Saturday and Sunday morning, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So if I wasn't able to get to you, I usually put out a announcement anywhere from a half hour to an hour before, which you can jump in line early and put your there. Um, so I usually can get through quite a few free readings, but depending on how many donations come into. But I'm excited for what is coming forward for everyone. And thank you again so much for all your love and support, and for everyone that donates, because that is what allows me to do this full time as my dream in my life. So thank you guys so much. And we will see everyone in the next session. Until then, please know that every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So till I see you guys again, much love to you. You hang in there, take care, and have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you're out in the world. And we'll see you soon.